Obviously, I haven't moved yet. What's going on, everybody? John English here with the Vapor Watch. Just decided since I haven't moved yet, we haven't got the whole deal squared away yet. Every time we get something close or get close to closing, every time we get close to finalizing everything, something pops up. Not on our end, always on their end. So again, hopefully we get moved here in the next few weeks. It would be really, really nice so that we can get the studio built, so we can get back to regularly scheduled vape reviews and other things. But today I want to do a first look at this livepor 80 watt TC VTC, and it is by Yosta, I guess. Yosta. It's a single 18650, very shiny, very fire engine ready. It comes with a tank, and here's the black one, in case you wanted to know. Very, very shiny. You know, cool looking. It's got a ceramic RBA, where basically it's a ceramic coil where you just replace the cotton around it. So it does have that included. And again, it supports all different types of wires, stainless steel, nickel, titanium, all that good stuff. It says it has variable TCR. I haven't quite gotten around to messing with that yet, so I'm not 100% sure. It has a very unique, it's rounded off right on this one edge right here. So it's kind of different, a little bit different, kind of reminiscent of, I think one of the IPV D3s, D2, D3, something like that. You've got a lot of venting there on the side. You've got some venting on the bottom. And the only really thing, you see these little tits right here, those little tits right there, there's 4 of them. I don't know, I don't like that, because it makes it wobbly when it's sitting on a flat surface. Not wobbly, it just feels like if you just barely touch it, it feels like it's going to fall over. It might not, it is what it is. But the tank, the tank is a 22 millimeter. It really, it's okay. It's okay. It's doable. It's a decent vape. It's a decent vape. I do have the ceramic coil in here right now, and it is, decent flavor, decent vape. It doesn't hog the juice. It doesn't go through, it doesn't go through the juice like a hog, like a lot of these other juice hogs do. So your juice isn't going to get a burn off quite as fast. It does have this glass drip tip here, 510 drip tip. So any 510 drip tip will fit in there. GVI2, I believe, IGVI2, something like that, is the tank. And then it's got this gigantic, for some reason I keep getting tanks that have gigantic lettering on how to open them. You see that? Open. We don't need that. We don't need a gigantic, we'll figure it out eventually, or you put it in the instructions, or put it in much smaller letters. Smaller letters would be really cool. That just, I don't know. It just looks ridiculous, I think, personally. I love the screen. Anybody recognize that? Does that look familiar to anyone? Anyone? So it's a decent mod. It's not bad. It's got a charge port there at the bottom. You got your up and down buttons here. The buttons feel plastic, so the buttons are like a plastic or a Delrin. Nice big bright screen. And again, in order to access your battery, you don't slide it, you just pull it up like so, and then your battery goes right in there, goes positive up, and it is clearly labeled. It's got some overspray, so the whole thing didn't get nice huge magnets in there. Magnets are gigantic. The overspray does carry inside. Once we do the full review, I'll show you that. So it's not, the paint is beautiful on the outside. It really is. Very bright, bold flavors. Almost said flavors. Very bright, bold colors. The ribbon's a little too long. It keeps getting stuck in the door. But you can move the ribbon around, or just snip it. Just snip it, and it'll be fine. Very fingerprinty. But it's not bad. It's really not bad. The menu system seems to be pretty easy to do, pretty average. It's not 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you go into 3 clicks and it gets you into that menu, and you can just swap between menus there. Nickel, titanium, stainless steel, ADDI lock, so you can lock the ADDI resistance. Mech mode, so it does have a mech mode, and then you have back to wattage mode, and you just press the fire button and you're ready to rock and roll. 1 to 80 watt, is it 1 watt? Let me see, let me go down. And it scrolls pretty quick, pretty fast. It's got in case you're wondering, it does have kind of a mirrored look over the screen. So yeah, 1 watt up to 80 watts. And this thing does have the same disease as the Anakin, where it seems like the buttons are reversed to what they should be. But I think you could flip the screen on these as well as the Anakin's, so you can make it right if you're kind of OCD about that. It's taking a while, sorry, but it does. It goes up to 80 watts. And there we go. So 80 watts. So 1 to 80 watts. You know, it's a decent, I've been using it a little bit. I will have to use it more in order to do a full review on this, but I did want to show it to you guys just briefly, just to kind of give you an idea. I've been vaping this ceramic coil around 35 watts. I'm going to kick it up to 40 watts. Let's go up to 40 watts. Right now I'm going down to 40 watts, but 40 watts. So 40 watts. And let's try it out, see what happens. Flavor really starts to come out. At 30 watts, it still vapes pretty decent, but the flavor's not quite there. 35 flavor gets better. 40, the flavor is definitely better. Let's take it up to 45 watts. I think for around 45 watts is the limitations of this coil, it says, that's printed on there. So let's try it. Flavor's very nice. At 45 watts. 45 watts flavor is really, it's a lot better than it was. So at least, you know, another product comes out that doesn't suck the juice like some of these other subohm tanks do. It's just, you know, it's pretty decent. I'll try to have more information. So livepor, it's got that livepor 80 there. And then on the other side, it's got the yost little logo, whatever. So it's nice. You know, it's a decent, nice little, fits really nice in the hand. Fits really good if you do it like this, where the round edge is in the front and you just kind of grip it like that. It's almost, the mod itself is kind of stealthy, just, you know, with the tank. And again, the tank's going to match, same color. I think it, you know, it's probably some sort of, I don't know if it's clear coated, but it is very fingerprinty, can't really see it too much, but yeah, it's pretty fingerprinty. Which most shiny devices, if it's got a shiny gloss finish, it's going to have, you know, attract a lot of fingerprints. But there you have it, folks. livepor 80, whatever you want to call it. Variable temperature control, single 18650 mod by Yosta. And we'll have a full review hopefully coming up in the next 2 or 3 weeks. But for now, make sure you go out and write your congressmen, senators, all your representatives, tell them to support H.R. 2058, also support the Cole-Bishop Amendment, and hopefully we can fight and stop this atrocity that is happening right now thanks to the FDA. The FDA pushing their own agendas, obviously pushing the agenda of the big tobacco and big pharma, all the major corporations that are funneling billions of dollars into the government agencies. They're not paying attention to the truth. And those of us that vape, we need to stand up, fight for that right, not only for us to keep vaping, but to get more smokers off cigarettes and onto vaping. So please go out there and do what you possibly can. We really do appreciate it. I think the whole vaping community appreciates it. And we'll catch you again real soon with another review. Thanks for watching.